New Day, written by Silver Inkwell. Applejack stared off into the distance, looking at the rising sun, and sighed. It may be a new day and month and year, but it still felt the same like it always did. And that was mostly because things never changed around on the farm anymore. It was a new year, and that meant new horizons. And new horizons could mean new plants, and a new time that the sun raised in the sky, because each and every day it was very slightly different. But each day the work was very hard and long to do, no matter what happened. Working on the farm sure was a tough job, and other ponies just didn't have the patience or tolerance for it, even if they could understand the subtle difference between what soil to use and how much light and water that needs too. But Applejack enjoyed the work, and she wouldn't prefer to be anywhere else at all ever. She had very good friends, a very nice, loving, caring family, and enough to live on. So life really couldn't get much better than it was right now. She sighed as she looked over at the rising sun and decided to rest and sit down. After all, her other chores could wait. She had lots of time to spare, especially since she had finished bucking all the apples very recently, and other various random stuff and things like that too as well. The rising sun was very beautiful, casting its arrangement of colors down upon the surrounding landscape and area. The purple and red were the most vibrant that could be seen, though. Applejack had always enjoyed the sunrise and sunsets, and that's because it always meant the start of a good, long, hard day's work, and then the end too as well. It always meant new possibilities, new adventures, new chances for anything to happen, and that's how she took life in, not by months or years, but just day by day. If something happened today that was wrong or a mistake, then you could easily fix it tomorrow and not wait years until it finally eventually destroys you. It always meant that you could start to change to become a better pony, work harder, have more patience, just working on any flaw that you would have in general. And it didn't matter what it was, so long as you strived to improve it. Because if one worked on flaws like one might with weeds, getting them done early, then they won't be a problem later. But the more you let it grow, the more negative you become. And that's another thing that Applejack had: wisdom. Just because she worked on a farm didn't mean she was a stereotypical stupid farm girl. She was very surprisingly and shockingly enough very smart and wise for her age, and she would gladly help any pony else out if they asked her for it. But no pony ever did, since they only ever seemed to want her cider instead. Yet that didn't bother her too much. She still enjoyed her life as it was. And that was the thing. It didn't matter what happened to her, the farm, or her family because of her mentality, which was straightforward, honest, open, and mostly positive with realistic ideas and thoughts, because she knew that no matter what situation she was in, that just talking about it, saying what she felt and thought, opening up her heart and ideas, being and remaining strong still, and saying that it'll be all right, and having hope, faith, and love will get you through anything, since many problems require simple solutions and answers. And because of this knowledge, she truly, really was happy, and didn't bother to ask any silly, stupid questions of what made her happy, because she already knew the answer. It was only other ponies that didn't know that. And she wanted to tell them. She wished that she could, but she was slightly afraid that they wouldn't be ready or willing to listen to her. But she still had to try sometime eventually, and maybe she should start with her friends. Yes, that could work. She could go to them, and then maybe after that go to the Keymark Crusaders. they would probably need this piece of wisdom and advice a lot. And so with that thought within her mind, she smiled and dropped her chores for the day. They could wait, but her friends couldn't. And so she set off to tell them all that she wanted to, all of her wisdom, thoughts, and ideas, stuff that had been around for years, but now she finally had the courage to say it, and she wouldn't be a coward for anything else anymore. After all, this was a new year and new day. That meant new horizons, new chances, new opportunities, and that included one for her to change and to try to make others change. Because if one can change another for or to good, then one begins the process of starting to change the whole entire world for better. Because if the one you changed is inspired to change others, then that starts a snowball of positive actions that will only uplift and strengthen others too. And that was why it was so hard to change the whole entire world. Because ponies either weren't ready or willing to change yet. They weren't ready or willing to sacrifice one moment of happiness for a lifetime of joy instead. They would rather be happy for one moment and let a whole entire lifetime of problems come to them and change the whole entire world for worse. But hopefully, if she did her best, and so did the others, then just maybe they could change the whole entire world. Hopefully. And if not, at least they tried, and failing in something so great and good would still be a very noble attempt indeed. And so she went and tried to do her best to change the whole entire world. Hey everyone, Agent Fluffy here. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to my channel. If you want to support me even more, feel free to support my Patreon. The links are right here.